Okay, so this is the last video for this week. There's always a thin line between a program and a software. Of course, a program is a software. Once you have a program, we say you have a working program, it is a software. But in engineering paradigm, of course, what we always taught you is that the software are what you don't see, hardware and what you see. The physical part of the computer is the hardware, while the abstract part is the software and the programs. But a software is not necessarily a program. In the business now, you guys are not novice in this field anymore. You guys are professionals, so it's always good you understand some terminologies. So your program is the code, the compiled the compiled codes that are written that you intend to solve a particular problem. However, a software is not just a program. A program becomes a software only if documentation and operating procedure manuals are prepared. In other words, your packaged program. Now, when you want to package a program, you don't just put, okay, you've compiled it, you have maybe like an executable file and you burn into the CD. You don't just give it up. At that point, you may think it's a software. Yes, no. It's not just it's not a software yet. It's just a program that does something. But a documentation must exist, and apart from documentation, we must also have operating procedures for that program. It is then that I can now say, oh, I have a software, a working software. Of course, if you've bought softwares before, maybe you've bought, I'm not sure if some of you have bought Adobe or some of you have bought Microsoft Office, or even if it is Windows, you see how they package their software. Now, it's not just a program anymore because you already have a documentation and you already have operating principles for that software. Now, a program is a combination of source code and object. Of course, source code are the codes you've written, object code are already your compiled codes. Documentation consists of various types of manuals. Examples of documentation are data flow diagrams, like I've mentioned earlier on, flow charts. Of course, that is below. Well, let me just keep quiet on that. ER diagrams are entity relationship diagrams and like that. So, of course, entity relationship diagrams shows the schema of your database, the relationship between your entities and your objects and the likes. Then operating procedures. Now, operating procedures consist of instructions to set up and use the software and instruction on how to react to system failure. Example of software of system procedures manuals are installation guide, beginner's guide, reference guide, systemization guide, and the likes. All of that combined together makes a full software that you can market. Otherwise, what you'll be marketing is just what? A program. But at this level, we're not just talking about program, we're talking about the marketability. We're talking about you entering the market. We're talking about you actually putting yourself out there, letting people know what your program can do. And you don't just sell programs to people. If you sell program, the only reason why you probably sell program is maybe you want to get some level of funding, or you want to, or maybe improve on the program and you need collaborations and like. But to the end users, you're not selling a program, just a program to the end users. You are selling what? A software. Please note this. This is, of course, are they being you guys are not computer scientists? I'll still tell you a program is sitting as a software. But then, for the level of marketing that you are now, you should be able to know that there's this fine thin line. If a program is not well packaged to be sold to end users, it's just a program. But it is at that point where you've packaged it, you have your documentations ready for it, then you have what? A software to be what? Marketed. Note the difference between the two. Thank you. We'll continue next week.